Let's talk about our Coachella Valley, from lifestyle, beauty, food, fun, and much more. This is Desert Chat with your host, Sandy Newton.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Desert Chat. I'm Sandy Newton. Thanks so much for joining us. You know, each week we meet all the great people and businesses and nonprofits from around our valley and from around our table. First up, well, you know our weather is just about as good as it gets right now, right? Highs in the 70s and low 80s, tons of sunshine and clear blue skies. So why not get outdoors and enjoy the luxury of listening to some pretty great music under the stars? Our friends at Agua, Caliente casinos in Cathedral City have just the ticket for us. Literally the ticket. Hey, Todd.
Hi, Sandy. How are you?
So great to meet you.
Oh, absolutely. Great to meet you, and thank you for being here.
Yes, I am so excited to be at Cathedral City. This is our first trip out here, so I am so impressed because this, on any given night, is rocking on the terrazza. This is amazing.
It is, isn't it? We have got so many great acts coming. We just had Queensryche. We've got Blue Oyster Cult in the week. We got Lita Ford, John Waite. We've got a whole year packed of name brand entertainment.
Well, and you know what you told me earlier is that folks have said we really haven't had rock and roll out here at this part of the valley. So how great for you to bring some serious rock to this part of the valley.
It is. It's nice to see how excited and enthused people are. They're coming up and saying thank you. We wanted this, and now it's here.
I love
so it's great to be a part of it.
And we're actually, this is where the stage is, right?
Yes, this is exactly where they'll be playing.
So you have 900 folks out there rocking out.
Yeah.
And you've got great food, great tapas, great liquor, booze, whatever you said. You've got booze, slots, and rock.
That's
a lot of fun.
Booze, slots, and rock. And we're going to have a lot more rock.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, I think that, as you said, people have wanted it at this part of the valley, and to bring those kinds of names are so important. But we want to mention Rancho Mirage also rocks out.
They do. They have Yellow Brick Road coming up shortly, and then you got Joey Fatone and AJ McLean, and then on May 18th they've got an all-day rock tribute band, and it's all day. And it's so much fun.
Well, Agua really understands what we want here in our desert communities. So I love it. We're so happy to be out here at Cathedral City for the first time. And I'm going to have to check your calendar because I'm ready to come and rock out.
Please. We'd love to have you. Thank you so much for coming out here.
Thanks. So much fun. Thanks so much, guys, and rock on. Next up, well, speaking of good weather, how about another year of world-class tennis over at the Tennis Gardens in Indian Wells for our fabulous annual BNP Paribas. It is happening now with all the greatest players in great tournament play. But did you ever wonder how this 14-day event really impacts our community? It's pretty impressive. And longtime Tennis Channel reporter Andrew Krasny stopped by to give us some of those incredible numbers. Welcome, my friend Andrew.
Thanks, Sandy. It's great to be here.
Well, we love it when tennis rolls into town because the BNP Paribas is really one of the gems all year long. And, you know, I want to talk about the fact that, yes, elite tennis players are here. And, yes, it's a must-attend event for locals and tourists.
Right.
But the economic impact and what you do philanthropically for our valley, a lot of people aren't aware of.
Yeah, it's funny. I could talk to you about Novak, Rafa, Iga,
Venus.
I mean, I could talk to you about players all day long, but it's really what's special about our tournament is the fact that people make friends for life, right? They come from all over the world. I'm going on 20 years there. The friendships that I've made, I could write a book. But what's so special about our tournament is a few things. First of all, we established the Champions Volunteer Foundation back in 2002. And since its inception, we have given almost $5 million across the board to various charities around the valley. You know, like the YMCA, the Boys and Girls Club, NJTL, the list goes on and on and on. That's special, right? Eisenhower Cup, which we did last Tuesday, since its inception a few years ago, has given up almost $500,000 to various charities around the valley through Eisenhower. And BNP Paribas, Jean-Yves Fillon, the CEO of BNP Paribas Americas, gives grants to 4 teenagers who are looking forward to the rest of their life. They get $10,000 towards college education. And I mean, just that alone right there says something special about our tournament. I think just the fact that they give so much back to the Valley.
Absolutely, and it's important for our Valley to know that. You know, it isn't just the fact that you come in for, you know, a certain amount of days and then you roll out. Not only do you have all that outreach to nonprofits,
Right.
but you also really impact our economic structure with everything.
Yeah, listen, they did a test. They did some research a couple years ago and found out that it brings in over $500 million into the Coachella Valley for just that fortnight. I mean, the tournament's for 2 weeks. So you're talking hotels, you're talking restaurants, you're talking about local businesses, shopping on El Paseo, throughout the entire valley. It's a pretty big impact.
Well, it is one of my favorite events of the entire year, and I love seeing you, and I love that you have been involved for so many years. You know it like the back of your hand, and welcome, welcome, welcome.
Thanks.
And we'll see you next year, but hopefully before then for sure.
I hope so. Listen, I travel all over the world, but this is home. So if I can see tennis anywhere, this is my choice. To be here with friends like you means the world to me. So thanks for having me on.
Thanks so much.
Thanks.
Thank you so much, Andrew. So impressive. And thank you for all you and the tournament do for our Valley. We will see you on the courts. Don't go away. When we come back, we talk to one of our favorite lawyers. And if you have a family member diagnosed with Alzheimer's, you're going to want to hear more from our friends at Coachella Valley Alzheimer's. So stay with us. Welcome back to Desert Chat. Well, you know, sadly, it's a reality many families face. The onset of Alzheimer's or any degenerative neurological disease with a loved one can really seem overwhelming. Are we prepared? What can we do? How can we help? Well, fortunately for us, we have so many excellent doctors and resources in our valley, and one of them, Coachella Valley Alzheimer's, is a fantastic nonprofit dedicated to helping families understand and cope with the new challenges in front of them. Like all nonprofits, though, they do need funds to continue their important work. So let's find out more about an upcoming event that you can participate in. Well, welcome, ladies of Alzheimer's Coachella Valley. So great to see you. And we're so excited about this upcoming gala because this is so important to your fundraising. And tell us a little bit about Endless Possibilities.
So we are really excited to announce it's our third annual gala event, Endless Possibilities, being held over at the beautiful Desert Willows Golf Resort. Beautiful backdrop. It's from 6 until 8, and we've just got a fantastic lineup waiting for everybody, and our honoree is
Father
Yes.
Howard Lincoln.
Yes, so wonderful.
Oh yes, we're all so excited to be able to share the evening with Howard Lincoln. He's done so much for our community. We're very excited to be able to honor this man.
Yes, and we want to say it's March 27th, and tickets are available. So tell our viewers where they can get more information.
Tickets are available at the ACV offices. You can call, shall I give the number out? 760-776-3100. Or you can go to our website.
cdalzheimers.org.
cdalzheimers.org.
Yeah. Yeah.
And yes, tickets are available. It's going to be a fabulous evening. We've got so much going on, fabulous entertainment, Voices Carry. We're going to be outside on the terrace and then moving things inside. Wonderful auction items.
We have amazing auction items. We have a lot of live auction, fabulous auctioneer to help us kick that off.
Great.
And one of the things I think I'm very proud of is in our live auction we have something with Napa Valley. It's a winery out of Napa Valley, Odette Winery, and the new head winemaker with Odette Winery is a local boy. Andrew Haugen grew up here in the Desert Cities. He went to La Quinta High, and he's going to be part of our auction. So we're super excited to bring it home.
How wonderful.
Yeah.
Well, this is such an important resource for our valley, and particularly our demographic. We do have a large population that is aging, and Alzheimer's, of course, is always a concern for loved ones and families. So thank you so much. We want to remind everyone, March 27th, get those tickets. It's wonderful to honor Howard Lincoln.
And
Thank
can
you,
I
Sandy.
say, if you cannot make it, you're still welcome to volunteer with us, donate with us. We've got so many opportunities, and as you know, everything raised by ACV is kept right here in the Valley for our programs and services. So come be a part of us.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Sandy.
Sandy.
Thank you for having
Thank
us.
you.
Such a great event and such important information. Thanks so much, ladies. Next up, we get some important legal advice from our friend, Harry Kaladjian. Welcome back to Desert Chat, Harry.
Thank you for having me.
Happy to have you as a member of our chat family.
Wonderful.
This month we're going to talk about estate planning because that's something that is really crucial in our desert. We have an older population, a lot of adult children. Curious as how to really navigate those really treacherous, sometimes, waters.
Well, it's interesting. People think about estate planning when it's too late.
Right.
And you mentioned the elderly, but it's never too late to plan your estate. And that's been a lesson for me based on the types of cases I've been handling. Last time I talked to you about my personal injury practice, and that's what led me into estate planning. I was handling a devastating case involving a father who had passed away, but he invested in life insurance, but unbeknownst to him, he identified his child as the beneficiary. And by law, a child cannot inherit, cannot be a beneficiary, so that created a conflict situation between the child and the mother. And so there needed to be a guardianship set up for the child. There was a conflict issue with the mother that needed to be addressed. And so in some other cases, for example, a medical malpractice case where a lady was misdiagnosed or not diagnosed with multiple sclerosis after her giving birth to her child, she was on government benefits, and we needed to plan a way where she could get a settlement, but the settlement had to be funded into a special needs trust so that she could continue getting her vials of injections for her MS medication, because each vial was $17,000.
Oh my gosh.
And soon enough, that would have been dwindled within a couple of months from her settlement proceeds, and she would have been out of insurance. So it was very important for us to set up a plan for her. So that's kind of how I got into estate planning, was based on what my clients' needs were in personal injury cases. So it's very important to plan early. It is highly concentrated here in the desert for the elderly, but it shouldn't be. Anybody who has a plan or an estate or property should plan ahead, because if you don't, it'll go to the court system, and that could take years and costs, and all of your information becomes public record. You could save yourself that headache just by creating a trust, which you identify a trustee to take care of all your needs, basically. And at the same time, you could have a pour-over will, and you have an advanced health care directive, which guides the doctors as to how you want to be treated. And at the same time, have a power of attorney in place so that somebody else can take care of your needs once you are deemed to be incapacitated.
So tell our viewers, Harry, where they can get information.
Absolutely. So I'm located here in Palm Desert, and my number is 800-760-0468, and I'm available 24/7 to my clients. I don't rely on anybody else to handle my clients' needs. So once you decide to hire me, you've got me 24/7.
Great. Thanks so much, and we'll see you next time.
Thank you for having me.
Thanks. Such important and great advice and information. Thanks so much, Harry. Don't go away. When we come back, we find out some interesting history from our friend Raju Mehta, and our friends from Palm Springs Animal Shelter have some news and some updates to share about kitten season. Stay with us. Welcome back to Desert Chat. Well, did you by any chance participate in the Palm Springs Animal Shelter's Pet Walk a few weeks ago? Well, if you did, you know it was a huge success, and they are so grateful for all of the support they received, and they want to share a big thank you. They also stopped by with little Gus Gus because it's kitten season, and they have some news about a phenomenon called cat napping. Welcome back, Dan.
Thanks.
And little Gus Gus.
Yes.
We want to talk about the fact that kitten season has just begun, and you have a warning for our viewers as it pertains to seeing feral cats, kittens out on the street.
Yeah. If you see baby kittens out there and they're alone, leave them alone. Don't scoop them up. Don't take them to the shelter. Kittens get their immunity from their mother's milk, but when you pull them away from it, their chance of survival dramatically drops in the shelter then as well.
Okay.
Again, use common sense. If they're in danger, if they look sick, if they look injured, certainly pick them up, bring them in, give us a call, and we can give you advice on it.
Right.
But often the mother cat's out there getting some food, maybe transporting her litter somewhere else as well. So just let them be. I know it's very hard to do, but
Right.
it really is the best thing for them.
Right, and
Until they
he's-
get older to this, you see them this size, yes, scoop them up and bring them in at that
Okay.
point in time.
Oh, I just see Gus has got a little mark on
Yes.
his tummy too.
Gus had his neuter today,
Nice.
and he
Oh.
will hit the adoption floor this afternoon once we're done taping.
Oh my gosh, well, he's ready to go.
He is.
And how does kitten season really affect the shelter as far as population?
So we will get a couple thousand kittens in every summer. Yes, it starts right about now. We had our first neonate come in last week, and it'll go through about the end of October where we are slammed, and then it'll taper off at this point in time.
And as always, you need volunteers, you need donations,
Right.
you need people to look out for the larger dogs as well.
As always, we always have a large supply of large dogs. So again, if you're looking for a larger dog and have room in your home, in your heart, come on down to the Palm Springs Animal Shelter.
And we always say those big dogs, those big pups have big hearts.
Yes, they
So
They all do.
they all do, that's right. Even Gus with a little tiny heart, you're only what, 8, 9 weeks old maybe?
He is 8 weeks old, yes.
He's 8 weeks old, right. Thanks so much, Dan. And tell our viewers where they can go, especially for those, kitten kind of updates and everything.
Yes, go to our website, psanimalshelter.org, and all the information there on adoptable animals and what to do if you do find a kitten. Our donation lists are up there too, so if you want to donate supplies for kittens or for whatever, there's details around that as well.
Thanks so much, Dan. Appreciate it. And
Thank
thanks,
you.
Gus. Thanks, Gus. Oh my goodness. Thank you so much, Dan. Good advice, and thanks so much, Gus, too. Next up, our friend Raju Mehta from Paseo Jewelers has had a fascinating life, from his childhood in India through his young life in New York City, and somehow he ended up right here in Southern California. And we are so grateful that he landed right here in our Coachella Valley. He shares some more of his incredible history with us. Raju, it's so nice to sit at your desk, and it's so nice to see the respect you give Desert Chat. We are so grateful.
Well, it's a fun show, isn't it?
It
And we have a
is.
great time doing it.
We do, and you've been on every show, and we are so grateful. And, people always ask us, let's talk about the background with Raju. How did he start college?
Yeah.
What was that life like?
So last month we covered a little bit till my high school.
Right.
And I moved from high school to college, and I wanted to do my bachelor's in accounting, but 6 months later, if you remember, I started my diamond cutting business at 15 and a half,
Right.
but 6 months later, I went full-fledged in diamond business. And I started doing it, and then I went and joined college again next year, and I finished my bachelor's in Hindi literature.
Wow.
Yeah, I loved Indian poetry.
Yes.
That's so beautiful. And then simultaneously I was doing my business and being a crazy man on motorbike and fighting in college, and
Oh, no.
I left everything out there.
Did you have the long hair?
Of course, long hair, bell bottoms, platform shoes. Okay, I had it all.
Well, who would know that you'd become this titan of the jewelry industry, looking like just a regular college kid, loving his life. Little did you know that you would end up here on El Paseo with such a successful business and such a wonderful reputation.
Well, yeah, so, that's another long story.
Well, next time we talk about taking a walk down history lane, we'll talk about your wonderful family, your beautiful wife and children. But it was good to know you were like everyone else in the 70s, rocking out with that great style, and here you are now, such a titan of the industry. And we love talking to you about these good memories.
Well, memories are always beautiful. Today is built on yesterday.
Absolutely. What an amazing life. Thank you so much, Raju. Congratulations on all of your successes. We are so grateful that you and your beautiful family call our valley home. Well, now it's time for our weekly Spotlight 29 Desert Chat Entertainment Spotlight. If you love Queen, then you're going to want to see Killer Queen. They'll be arriving Saturday, March 15th. Showtime is 8 p.m. and tickets start at just $15. And if you love Johnny Gill, you're in luck. He's headed to Spotlight 29 Saturday, April 6th. Showtime is at 8 p.m. and tickets start at $40. And don't forget, we have our 29 Mania anniversary drawings. We are celebrating Spotlight 29 Casino's 29th anniversary with a chance for you to win $29,000 in cash. On the 29th of each month all year long, one lucky winner will have the chance to spin the Mania wheel for a chance to win, up to $29,000 cash. Great stuff as always. Well, that does it for this week's show. You know, we love shining a light on all of the great people and businesses that make our valley a place like no other. Thanks so much for joining us. Have a great week. And remember, please help one another and be kind. For Desert Chat, I'm Sandy Newton. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.